Now, let's check in on some of our youngest and brightest. Seriously, though, these lefties have been failed by their parents and the education system.
Do you guys think Hamas is a terrorist organization?
They are a political organization. Certain countries, such as Canada, the UK, the United States, recognize them as terrorist organizations, but I think that one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
I live in New York, so do we live on stolen land here too?
Yeah,
Also,
we do.
it's all a genocide that either was completed or
People look
isn't
at me.
work.
What's your favorite Palestinian saying? Like from the river to the sea, Palestine would be?
Free.
What would happen to all the Israelis? When,
They would use their second citizenship to whatever country they immigrated from, and they would go back.
but not everyone in Israel has second citizenship.
But everyone came from somebody that came from some heritage outside of the Middle East.
Like Yemen?
Like Yemen, yes, exactly.
So Jews could go back there?
Ethiopia,
All the Jews could go back to Ethiopia?
Not all of the Jews can go back to one specific place.
Well, Ethiopian Jews.
Wherever they came from.
What about Libyan Jews?
Okay, they can go back to.
Go back to Libya,
They
right?
could stay in Palestine if they honor it as Palestinian territory.
Basically, what they're advocating for would see the slaughter of all Jews, but as is often the case with frightfully ignorant people, they end their rant by calling for others to educate themselves.
Do you feel bad about what happened on October 7th?
So I can condemn any act of violence that harms people, and I just would like to acknowledge the fact that context is important.
Right.
And when
Because they killed a bunch of people, like 1,400 people in one day. It's the largest killing since the Holocaust.
what?
It's the largest killing of Jews.
Oh,
Largest killing of Jews since the Holocaust.
Since the Holocaust, yeah. Okay.
So you still want them to go back to Yemen, Jordan, like Lebanon, Syria?
People aren't educating themselves. They're just following a rhetoric that's been in a family that's completely immoral and inhumane, but nobody wants to educate themselves. And I think if people picked up their phones and
Educate yourself. Now, those two were at least pleasant about their genocidal Marxist fantasies. This next lady needs to mind her manners. She starts off by asking, "Are you a Jew?"
What's what? Are you a Jew? What are you doing? Hello, why are you recording?
Hey.
Don't touch me. Hello? Don't touch my... Why are you recording me?
Say that again.
Hello?
Say that again.
Hi. What did I say?
What did you say?
What did I say? Oh, hello. Hello? No, can I not? Why are you touching me, fam? I'll smash your glasses into your eyes, bro.
Right.
She's going to smash his glasses into his face, bro. This gal needs to calm down. But instead, we got more talk about Jews and phone smashing.
Huh? Because I said something about Jews.
Yes,
Because
to
I
her.
said
So I'm
I
recording.
support free Palestine. Because I said I support. Bro, you're lucky I'll smash your phone. You know. Stop recording me. Please stop recording me.
Everyone is recording you. I
Can you
think you're
please
getting
stop
off.
recording me?
Then
Can you
get off
please
the bus.
stop recording me?
Chill.
I'm telling you,
No,
stop
chill,
recording me.
chill.
Look at you, pussy. I'll get off it. Yo, what you doing?
Now, this next lefty losing it has quite the imagination. Here she explains how the term good morning came about.
So let's talk about where the word good morning originated from. Good morning. All right, so during slavery times, when the women used to mourn about their child being taken away and sold to a different slave master, or if one of the family members did something that resulted into them getting whipped or killed, most of these things used to happen in the evening time. So it was their way to make fun of the black slaves crying that night prior. So they would ask them, "Did you have a good morning? Did you have a good cry?" And they would laugh about it. Y'all know what mourning mean. All they did was take the U off of it, so nobody would think about what it really originated from. It was really a mockery towards black slaves.
Yes, a great story there, but despite the desperation of the American left, not everything is about slavery. Indeed, the earliest known use of the word good morning is in the Middle English period. Oxford English Dictionary cites earliest evidence for good morning from around 1450. So we're talking about some time before slavery in the US and before even the transatlantic slave trade began. In fact, there's 1200 is some examples of good morning there. But I just love the commitment to the cause, that we've just got to connect everything to the evils of slavery, even the phrase good morning.
Commitment to the cause, and as you said, quite creative. On some level, you kind of have to admire it, because it looks like she just made the whole thing up out of thin air, put it on TikTok, it went viral, and, you know, why not? The more cynical among us would say, watch the space, because we have seen instances of dictionary.com and Merriam-Webster.com change vernacular around different things. So I'm not saying they're going to do that for this, because it's quite well cited, the etymology, but I would not be surprised if you started to see that happen.
Well, we saw that happen with the OK symbol, where it was as a joke proposed that it represents some sort of white supremacy secret symbol. And then that became mainstreamed when idiots in the media decided that it was actually a real thing, and even the circle game was getting caught up in that. Now, finally, this last lefty's losing it. This one needs to be deported. She's a student at Durham College who is very proud of her masks and wants them to commit the October 7 attack again and again.
I support Hamas. History is made that day. Very proud of my people. Very, very proud. Would love it if they would do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. No, they're not terrorists. I support every decision. And you know what? What they did was history. Very proud. History was made that day.
Now, if she's born and bred in the West and she's a failure of multiculturalism, failure of her parents and the education system, if she's not a citizen, she should be sent back to wherever it is she emigrated from. Perhaps they share her genocidal values, but here in the West, the majority still frown upon mass rape, torture, and the deliberate slaughter of innocent civilians. Kosha, I mean, that's disturbing. I mean, you can see kids working their butts off to get to college and to have those sort of views being normalised and to be bold enough to share that on social media proudly. It just tells you what sort of a climate we've created in academia.
We really have, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you say it's a failure of the culture, of parenting, and the educational system. And it's really interesting because people like that come straight out of central casting. Like, I don't know her specifically, but people like that are the dream of admissions departments, and they like that.
Tick every box.
That's right. And then you see sort of the Frankenstein monster kind of turning on the creators of this cultural trend and the education system and all of that. And it's really interesting. It's sad, but it's really interesting to see that fracturing happening now within that coalition of fringes or intersectionality, and I think we're going to see more of it.
Oh, we're going to see a lot more, because the left is going to turn on itself. They do not share too many values other than their shared hate of Western values and conservatives. That's it for Lefties Losing It. Kosha Gator, thank you so much for your time.